Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Georgia here, live from Allendale's trading floor. It's February 7th, 2011. We had corn today down about 3 3/4 cents. Beans down 9. Wheat was up about 5. So after a big day for corn on Friday, we did set back a little bit today, mostly just profit taking. It was said that funds were sellers of about 4,000 to 5,000 contracts. But overall, kind of a quiet day. Still, the trend is up. Still, you have momentum working higher. We've got a USDA report out here on Wednesday that guys are going to, or I should say the trade is expecting to see tighter ending stocks than what we saw off the last report. I know Allendale here, our research staff, we're looking for numbers to be closer to 700 million here for corn as far as carryout. That's a pretty friendly number. Our near-term target is still up near $7. As far as beans, funds were sellers today as well. They were sellers about 5,000 contracts of beans. With the recent rains that we've seen in Argentina, we've got more rains this week. That's been a little bit heavy here as far as beans. A little bit, we're not finding that rally here. We saw a big push up when Argentina was getting into a little bit of trouble. But when you look at things, the lack of, or I should say, the loss that Argentina may have in the beans, it seems like Brazil's going to pick that up. So the weather certainly is not an issue, or at least not as much of an issue as we have had previous. That kind of talk is starting to go by the wayside. But the wheat market up 5 cents today. Funds had bought 2,000 contracts of wheat, so that's pushing it higher. We've seen some big sales in the last 24 hours from Egypt, bought again. And during the trading session, we had Iraq come in, purchase 300,000 tons of wheat. A very, very light or a very small portion of that was to us. But we're into that, the idea here for wheat, that since we've got such global stocks, we've got tight global stocks, that no matter what, when you see big purchases from anybody, it affects the global market, and the perception is that we're running out of wheat. So the market then reacts and starts working higher. Some of the outside influences today, crude oil down $1.55. So that has drifted back well off of the highs that we had seen last week. We sit at 87.50 right now for crude. So that has been, I think it shocks a lot of people, with the geopolitical tensions easing in Cairo. You've got a lot of that talk that had built the market up so fast has completely come out of the market. We're almost back to the levels that we were at before we even started the rally. So we've seen a nice pullback here for crude oil. Today, down another $1.55. I know we're looking at support maybe just a little bit lower here as far as crude. But I think the market's kind of happy in this $80 to $90 area. So we'll see how much it wants to react the rest of this week. But certainly the charts don't look so good here after the last few days and the pullback that we have seen. The dollar really didn't catch much strength off of what happened in the energies. The dollar was actually up 2 cents today, finding some more strength after a big gain on Friday. But it was closed near the lower end of the session. So I would suspect that we could see a little pullback yet for the dollar. But watch today's high. If we see a close back above that, we see a close back above 78.5, you may get some more buying come in here and at least maybe a little bit of short covering here. That could take it up a little bit more. But overall, if you look at a chart, we're in a big sideways range for the dollar, and that may continue. As far as metals, very quiet day for gold, unchanged today. Silver up about 30 points, so it was moving a little bit here, but really overall pretty tame there as far as the metals. Soft market, sugar up 4 points, kind of quiet there. But cotton, new limits in cotton today. So give us a call over here and we'll go through how the limits work in the soft markets, or at least just for cotton. But 7-cent limits today in cotton. There'll be 7-cent limits again tomorrow. Cotton was up $6.65. So tried to test out these new limits today, but didn't get to stay that 7 cents higher. But still strong day overall. Still looking at dips as buying opportunities yet for cotton. As far as livestock, fat cattle down $1.27 in the April today. They took a big hit. This is after last week, another big hit. Box beef was sharply lower Friday, and was sharply lower again today. That sell-off came right near the close today as guys pressured the market, pushed it down, closing almost on its lows. Feeders down 42 cents today, so drifting right along with them fat cattle, but hogs up 45 cents. So found some strength. That was encouraging for the hogs. You got the cash markets that are working higher as far as the hogs and continuing to give support underneath this market. So a lot of this information you'll see right here on our website. Give us a call if you don't have a login for our research. Give us a call. We'll go through that with you. 800-262-7538 or right there on the web, allendale-inc.com. We'll be glad to answer any questions you have coming forth and even ahead of that report, that USDA report on Wednesday. So you guys have a great day out there, and we'll talk to you here tomorrow. Have a good one. See ya.